Well, what else should we talk about?
All right, we can talk about food.
Is
We can talk
there
about music. We can talk
anything?
about food. We can talk about alcohol. We can talk about smoothies. Have you ever been to Smoothie King?
Smoothie King is
No,
amazing.
no, but I've been a smoothie queen.
Oh my goodness, you have been to Smoothie King.
What's
Yeah, yeah.
better, Smoothie King or Tropical Smoothie?
There was a new tropical smoothie by my place, and I am actually kind of excited to have it again.
I believe it or not, as obsessed as I've been my entire life with Smoothie King, I actually prefer tropical smoothie because they have a better variety.
And
Interesting.
I think they actually have vegan options, if I am not
Really?
mistaken.
Oh. I mean, they're
Or like,
priced like kind of like Panera. I mean, they're pretty expensive if you're gonna get food, but like
yeah,
it's good.
Can we talk about Panera for a second, though, and
Sure.
say I think Panera might be the most overrated restaurant?
I agree with that statement.
I wouldn't disagree, but some of their sandwiches are delicious. They're just not
Well,
about $15,000 per sandwich.
yeah, well, that's the problem is like the sandwiches I think are tolerable to the point that if it were about a third of the price that you'd currently pay, you'd kind of say, oh, we can go to Panera and it's fine. It's like an option. But Panera is so pricey for the quality of food. And I think it's completely out of whack, but people really like it.
Mhm.
And it's kind of amazing to me because every time I've eaten there, I don't hate the food, but I always feel as if the price of it is so out of whack that
Yeah,
it's one of those things you could say I'd rather get something that it's either a third of the price with the same quality or get something that's the same price but three times the quality.
Why do you think
yeah.
they're hunting a squirrel?
I mean, honestly, though, to be fair, most any coffee shop also fits that category.
That's true.
Like, I would say Starbucks, as much as I eat and drink at Starbucks, is like insanely overpriced.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, unless you're at a location where you can buy like their better coffee. It's called the Clover menu. Like
The
it's
Clover menu.
yeah, it's like when you get what they call it a reverse press coffee. They use their fancy machine. Um,
Oh,
oh, what do they come? Their reserve coffees. Some of them are actually delicious, but you're spending like $5 to $7. Like it's like getting a latte for like a small cup of coffee.
oh wow.
So yeah, I mean it is kind of overpriced, but you can either take that money and buy coffee, or you can buy booze with it.
True.
What's the best? Okay, here's a question. What's the best liquor?
Liquor.
I
I
Yeah.
know
hardly knew
more.
her. Oh, wow. Wow, we were literally on the same page with that one.
We were
Yeah.
um, turkey.
Squirrely.
I would have to say
That laugh. Yeah, that was quite the laugh.
Let's
um,
go.
I would have to say
It's me, Mario.
Sounds like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
that if you
Yeah,
had
it does. That's why it sounded familiar.
All right,
I
sorry, Squirrely. Go ahead.
I would
Squirrely,
have
come
to
in.
say I would like to plug Conor McGregor's Proper 12 Irish whiskey
Mm.
because it is yummy. And if
I
you're
didn't.
looking for a light Irish whiskey that is still relatively young, but it has delightful flavors, I will follow that up with if you're actually looking for the best liquor and you're a fan of single malt Scotch, I would buy any of their any of the brand any of the Ardbeg single malt scotches because they change lives. And I don't think I've ever told you guys this, but I got really drunk one night
Just
drinking.
one night.
Yes,
Only one night.
this was only one time.
One night only.
I got really drunk like towards the beginning of COVID on Ardbeg 10. So it's a single malt scotch. It's only been aged for 10 years. And I went to the Ardbeg website, found the email for customer service, and did like a page-long email thanking them for their contribution to society, and like gave them a little bit of my life story, telling them about how much I'm enjoying this because I had not purchased scotch in some time because I was saving up for a house. And I'm like, I woke up the next morning, I'm like, I, one, can't believe that happened. Two, don't even expect a response. But
Please tell me they responded.
they 100% responded
Oh my God.
with the best like customer service verbiage, like vernacular ever. And I have it saved on my computer because it means that much to me.
Wow.
Like, and the funny thing is, I remember it. I wasn't so drunk as to like I was babbling through the conversation. I just chose a lot of like like the words I chose to say are like, it's clear I was not in a sober state of mind.
You
Like
woke up.
at one point, I decided to tell them that their scotch was equivalent to like the nectar of the gods. And,
Wow.
it was an interesting email.
You woke up that morning and you chose community.
I did. I mean, everybody wants to be Scottish.
I
Aw,
remember the first liquor I ever had was from you, Squirrely, and a close friend of yours who didn't tell me uh it was scotch. It was very clear. It looked like water. And you guys said, "Hey, try this." And it was a significant amount, and I did not expect it to be as strong as it was. So I drank a good amount of it, and I remember I just spit it straight out in the air after that. And that was the first time I ever had alcohol before.
Do you remember what kind it was?
I don't at all. I just know it was clear and it looked like water, and I
was,
dumbly just took it and did not realize it was not water.
If it was clear, it couldn't have been scotch, or it likely would not have been scotch.
I'm pretty sure you guys said it was scotch. And I remember looking at it and saying, that looks like water.
Interesting.
And I had no idea. I think it was scotch, if I remember right. But it was
if it's clear, we probably, although I don't remember buying this in college, but it might have been gin. I don't ever remember us buying vodka. It probably was Bombay Sapphire. Because,
wow.
Yeah, that's because none of the scotches we ever buy is clear alcohol, and I actually don't even know of a scotch where it would be clear alcohol. I think it's based on how it's always aged. I think it's always a dark liquor. So yeah, most likely it was Bombay Sapphire.
I could have sworn it was scotch, but maybe it was gin. I don't know. I can't remember. Like I said, it was a long time ago. But I do remember drinking it, and I do remember being stunned at how strong it was and immediately spitting it back out.
You must have gotten wasted just off the fumes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. That's
I
deep.
can't remember what like my how do I say this? When I was of legal age. Oh wait, no, that's not true. I can remember that. How do I put this? When I was not a child trying a sip of my parents' drink, I don't remember what my first alcohol was. It was probably Johnny Red, but it could also have been Bacardi because I remember I went through phases. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I didn't actually try Bacardi Oak until I was of legal age to buy it.
Because that was my drink of choice when we celebrated my 21st. Because I remember that night we decided to play drinking games, and Bacardi Oak and spiced rum is not great for taking straight shots, in my opinion. So I kept like making drinks, rum and cokes, which was my drink of choice for a while. And I remember, I'm pretty sure I still had Bacardi Oak as like a shot to take when we were playing. And I remember it was not much fun, but I had a ton of it. I remember that. And I remember I think you passed out halfway through Squirrely of our drinking game.
Did we go out anywhere for your 21st?
We did not. There were two things because because when midnight actually passed and it was officially my birthday, we went out to see a movie. I don't remember if you went. I don't remember if either of you went. You guys were
Wow.
you guys were
I-
No, I don't think either of you went actually. But then we came back and you guys were there, and then we played drinking games really late into the night. And then the next night we had a huge party in that really, really small suite we were in with like a billion people in it.
Oh yeah. I
And
forgot about that.
yeah, you probably forgot about it because you fell asleep after 40 minutes of drinking too much alcohol.
Did I fall asleep?
Yeah, you had so much Bud Light Platinum that you just like because we
Oh
were
my
playing a game where you
gosh,
had to
I
continue.
remember.
You had to continue as long as you won. You kept winning, and then it just suddenly hit you, and you're like, "I'm going to bed." And you like went to sleep, passed out.
That's funny.
Thanks for taking a ride on Spaceship Piff. If you're interested in another trip, check out one of our other videos, and consider leaving a comment on our most recent podcast about how you paid it forward.